Hi all. Today we are going to deal with trigonometric functions. So to start with trigonometric functions, it is important to know about the trigonometric basics. So what is trigonometry? Trigonometry deals with the measurement of angles and sides of a triangle. The word trigonometry can be divided into three words. Tri is a Greek word. See, we can write it as trigonometry. Yes, this can be what I said. This can be divided into three words. The first one is tri. It's a Greek word. The meaning is three. The second word is gun, which means length. Lastly, it is metry, which means measurement. So we can say that trigonometry is a study of triangles which has angles and length on its side. So usually trigonometry is considered for right angled. So we can say that trigonometry is a study of triangles which has angles and length on its side. So usually trigonometry is considered for right angled. So let's see what is a right angle triangle. What is a right angle triangle? Anyway, it's a triangle, right? With one of its angle right angle. That is what is a right angle triangle. What all we can learn from a right angle triangle? In a right angle triangle, there will be a right angle and side opposite to the right angle. This is the side opposite to the right angle. In this example, this is a right angle and the side opposite to the right angle is this one, which I put an arrow here. This is called hypotenuse of the triangle, of the right angle triangle, and which is a longer side of this triangle. And it has got a side which is called as a base. What is the base of a triangle? Generally, it is a side with which the triangle rests. And this is the height of the triangle, which is known as altitude. And I would like to say one more point here. In a right angle triangle, this right angle will be the largest angle compared to the other two angles. How is it possible? How can I say that in a right angle triangle, this 90 degree is the largest angle? See, we know that the angle sum of the triangle is 180 degree, right? That is when I add, suppose if this is A, and if I name this angle as B, if I name this angle as C, then I can write angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180 degree. This is one of the property of the triangle. So here we know that the angle B is 90 degree. I'm going to substitute here. So A plus 90 degree plus angle C equals 180 degree. Now angle A plus angle C equals 180 minus 90, which is equal to 90 degree. So what we are getting here, when you add angle C and angle A, or the sum of the angle A and angle C should be 90 degree in order to satisfy this property. That means A can never be greater than 90 degree and C alone can never be greater than 90 degree. So therefore, we can say that angle B is the largest angle in a right angle triangle. That is, the 90 degree is the largest angle. Now, let us learn what is this trigonometric ratios. So what is this trigonometric ratios? called as, that is sine theta. I have written here sine theta, cos theta and tan theta. What it is actually? Sine, cosine and tangent, they are the trigonometric ratios. Those trigonometric ratios together with the Pythagoras theorem will be required to solve the right angle triangle. Because it's already discussed, the trigonometry is dealt with the right angle triangles. We are using the trigonometric ratios to solve the right angle triangles. How is it possible? How can we apply the trigonometric ratios to solve the right angle triangle? Let's see. Suppose it's written that sine theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. What it is? We know that in a right angle triangle, this angle is 90 degree, no doubt. I'm going to name this angle as theta. This symbol, we read it as theta. So if this angle is theta, then the side opposite to this theta, it will be this side, and this is the opposite side of angle theta. So I'm going to name it as opposite. Now, which is the hypotenuse? We know that, we have already learned that the side opposite to the right angle is hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse of this triangle. And this is the base of the triangle, and which is also the adjacent side of the theta. Adjacent side is nothing but the side which is very close to, which is near to angle theta. So this is adjacent side of angle theta. Now what is sine of theta? Sine of theta we write like this, which is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Similarly, what is cosine of theta? Cosine of theta is given by the relationship adjacent side by hypotenuse. I'm writing in short ADJ, that says adjacent over hypotenuse. What is tan of theta? Tan of theta is opposite by adjacent. So what's an easy way to memorize these ratios? There is a technique, there is a method to memorize these ratios, and that is nothing but SOH CAH TOA. That is S. So is nothing but S stands for sine, and O and H. O stands for opposite, H stands for hypotenuse. So if you want to find out sine of angle, then it is opposite by hypotenuse. So CAH is cosine. C stands for cosine. Cosine of any angle is equal to adjacent. A stands for adjacent by hypotenuse, or adjacent over hypotenuse. Now, the last thing is TOA. T stands for tangent of any angle is opposite. O stands for opposite. A stands for adjacent. So opposite over adjacent. Adjacent side. So this is a method how we can memorize the trigonometric ratios. Now I mentioned here tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. So I got this opposite by adjacent. We have another important relation that tan theta is equal to sine theta over cos theta. Let's see how is it possible. Sine theta over cos theta is opposite by hypotenuse, over cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. So I can cancel this hypotenuse and hypotenuse, which I will get it as opposite over adjacent. So that is what is tan theta. Hope this is clear for you. Now we can do some problems based on this. Here in this question, what they are asking us to find out is the value of the pronumeral. Calculate to 2 decimal places the value of the pronumeral shown in each diagram. So this is the first question. In this question, this is the first section. A in this triangle, you can see the pronumeral. The pronumeral here is h. So we are asked to find out pronumeral h value. So how can we do that? An angle 40 degree is provided to us, and it is given, it is a right angle triangle by seeing the right angle here. This is a right angle triangle, given it is a right angle triangle, and the opposite side of 40 degree is 10. So the opposite side is provided to us, and we are asked to find out the hypotenuse. So which relation or which trigonometric ratio is connecting between the opposite side and hypotenuse? Opposite side. So we'll write so ha to wa. So what it is? Opposite side and hypotenuse. So these two comes with sine. So we are supposed to find sine of 40 degree, which is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Here the hypotenuse is h because that is a side opposite to 90 degree. So we have to find out what is h. So I'm going to substitute in the place of hypotenuse. We can write opposite over h. So taking the h onto the other side, by the transposition rule, h is equal to opposite over sine 40. What is the opposite side? It is 10. 10 over sine 40. If you do, we'll get a value of 0.10 over 0.64278. You can find the value of the sine 40 with the help of the calculator. On solving this, you will get 15.557. And in the question, it is asked to calculate 2 decimal places. So now there are 3 decimal places. We are going to round it to 2 decimal places, which is equal to 15.56. How we got 6? We are rounding it. So the number next to 5 is 7, which is greater than 5, and it is greater than 5. So we'll round the 5 to 6. So we'll get 15.56. Let's do this next question. So this is what is here. You can see in this question, there are 2 triangles are given here. And the pronumeral is A. Pronumeral is nothing but the variable, which is an unknown quantity. So A, from this figure, it is clear that A is an angle. So how will we find it out? So there is 2 triangles. This is the first triangle. This is the second triangle. Let it be like that. And in the first triangle, the base is given. The height is also given. But the hypotenuse, the angle that is the side opposite to the right angle, this is that side. And this side is unknown. It is not known. It is unknown. We have to find it out. And there is A. So the angle A, opposite side is given. So opposite side of A is available. So opposite side of A is given. Opposite side of A is given. So opposite side is there. Now what we can do with opposite side? So we know so, ha, to, wa. How can we make use of this? Opposite side is there in sine here. So either we have to use sine of A, we have to find out sine of A to find out A, or we have to go for TOA, since the O is there in both of this. And there is no O in CAH, so we are not going to find out the CAH. Now let's see what happens if this side, if we could find this side, the common side, and we know that that is the hypotenuse of the first triangle. So we can use a Pythagoras theorem to find it, because this is the base of this triangle and this is the altitude of this triangle, of the first triangle. So what is a Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude square. Or we can say a square is equal to b square plus c square. It's nothing but a square is hypotenuse, b square base square plus altitude square. Both are same. So hypotenuse square is equal to, what is the base here? 6 square plus what is the altitude? 8 square, which is equal to 36 plus 64, which will get the answer as 100. So hypotenuse is equal to square root of 100, which gives us the value 10. So we got this common side as 10 now. So now we have to, if we consider A is a pronumeral, which we have to find it out. For A, adjacent side is available and its opposite side is available. So adjacent side, here comes adjacent side and opposite side. So which one we have to find out? We have to go for tan. Tan of A, I'm going to find out tan of A is equal to opposite side by adjacent side, which is equal to, which is the opposite side? It is 12. And what is the adjacent side? It is 10. So you will get tan A equals 1.2. Now how we'll get A? We got tan A. We need to get A. That is our pronumeral. So A is tan inverse. Just take the inverse of 1.2, which can also be done in calculator. So if you do tan inverse, we'll get the answer. So what is the tan inverse? It is 50.194. There are 3 decimal places here. You will get more numbers in the calculator, but I have selected only the 3 decimal places. Now I'm going to round it to 2 decimal places, since in the question they have asked us to round to 2 decimal places. So which will be 50.19 degrees, since A is an angle, and I'm going to put the unit as degrees. And the 9 will remain as 9 itself, since the number next to 9 is 4, which is less than 5. So hence we got the answer A is equal to 50.19 degrees. Thanks for watching, and please share, like and subscribe if you find it useful. Thanks a lot.